Hi everyone, I hope you're well. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you around two of our ongoing projects in Horsham. The first one behind me being a double-storey rear extension, including a few internal alterations to the ground and first floor. And then we're going to take you over to the second project being on the other side of Horsham, giving you an update of our loft conversion build. Now, enough talking outside, let's go inside and see how the guys are getting on. So the original shape of this house almost formed like an L shape towards the rear of the property. So the client wanted to extend it out further, going more towards the side passageway and going up another storey above. And then towards the rear is where we carried out this single storey extension, which is where this is going to be where the open plan living space is going to be. So as you can imagine, there was a various amount of steelwork involved in this extension as we were completely taking off the back of the property, so we had to make sure we'd done it in individual stages. One of the first steels that we got in was this one above me here. So after all the foundations were formed and the brick and block work was up and we were at the height ready to accept this steel, we then dug out a pad over here in accordance with the engineer's calculations and constructed this pier out of engineering bricks. Once that was formed, we were then able to install this steel. This steel picked up the external wall of the property, the existing one, which is a low-bearing element as it carries the roof as well. And then once we formed that, we were then able to form this section over here, which is almost like a goalpost feature. So we got two columns, we got one to my right there and one to my left. These come up and they are drilled into the wall here with little cleats that we formed. And then we then install this new steel above, which we spliced according with the engineered details just to make it a lot easier to get in, as it is quite heavy and it just makes the process a lot more safer as well. Once these two steels were in, we're then able to get this middle supporting one installed. Now this takes the deflection of the ceiling joist above, allowing them to still go for a smaller ceiling joist as they're quite limited on heights. So the kitchen is going to start around here. It's going to come along this wall. We're going to have our sink, and then we're going to have a little L shape forming a breakfast bar. And then we're going to have our dining room space over here with a dining room table, of course, and then the snug is going to be positioned over here, which will look out for a set of bifold doors. The client has also gone for a rather large roof light positioned directly above me. This is 1.5 by 2 meters. This is going to encourage more natural light into this home and make the area feel a lot more spacious as well. So in the existing part of the house, we have relocated the staircase. The new staircase is going to be running up here. Previously, it was located over here because the client wanted to have a new home office whilst also having a downstairs cloakroom, which they don't previously have. It meant that in this section here, they can have the large office with the new cloakroom positioned underneath the staircase. The reason this also benefits them is because at a later date they want to be going for a loft conversion. So with the staircase being positioned over here, it means that the new staircase can be located directly above in that section, taking you up into the loft. This is where the new staircase is going to be located. So it's going to come up here and return onto this trimmer here, where we've installed an RSJ going from one end to the other. This little section here is going to be a cupboard which backs onto their bathroom, as they want somewhere out of the way to store towels and any other various bits and pieces. Originally, the bathroom was located over towards the rear of the property, but it's now positioned here as that's where the bedroom is going. We're going to have a walk-in shower coming along here. We've left an opening for a niche where the client can store their shampoos, etc., which is quite a popular feature to have. We're going to have a large vanity unit positioned over here, backing onto this wall, and we're going to have the toilet located to this area. And over here is where we're going to be relocating the cylinder as it was previously positioned over there, which is where the bedroom is going to be. This is where I was saying if they were potentially going to go for a loft conversion in the future, this is where they could locate the new staircase going up. This opening here leads you on into the new master bedroom. Due to the existing ceiling height being this low, we had to carry this ceiling height all the way over to our new low bearing wall, which we then carried out our new roof construction above. So Josh from JE Plumbing and Heat is going to give us a little rundown of what he's doing today.
Yeah, so at the moment we're just running our copper feeds. We've got a radiator going in under that window. As Mitch has mentioned, we've got a couple of different floor heights that we're sort of contending with, so making sure we get our runs in nice and neat, so it's not going to be any issues in the future.
So we've got some more steel work involved on the first floor, We got a steel running along here, which takes the existing chimney, as I didn't want to completely remove it. And we got 2 columns either side, the same as downstairs, with another steel positioned above. This is taking the weight of the existing roof, which then allowed us to knock down this low bearing wall. And then one more low bearing wall we removed, which came through here. Now, in order to remove that, we had to upgrade the existing ceiling joist, going from 4x2 to 8x2. This then spread the load from that end over to this side, allowing us to carry out our roof above. Now the rain has started to calm down, we can give you a different perspective of this extension. So this is where we carried out the single story extension. This is going to be where the open plan living space is going to be located. The construction is pretty straightforward, so we've got brick and block cavity. We've got a featured red brick around the windows, the doors, and also the corners of the building. And then we've gone for parapet wall along the top around the flat roof. Parapet wall removes the need for any guttering. You simply just have a hopper positioned over there, taking the rainwater off from the flat roof via an internal gully, which has been formed. It's currently covered up with DPM as the weather is bad, but once the roofers are finished, we can give you a little visual of what that looks like. Let's take you on upstairs and show you how we formed the double story extension as well. So this is where we have our parapet wall coming along the top of the flat roof. So the roofers have been in today. They've only got a couple of hours in due to the rain. Managed to get the lead work done on top of the parapet. Now this then allows us to install our coping stones, which are going to be quite big due to the new regulations. I think the coping stones are going to be around 380 millimeters. So they're going to look really good when they're done. This is where we constructed the double story extension, which ties in perfectly with the rear of the property. As you can see, where they've stitched out the brickwork quite nicely there, and then allowing us to then carry out the new brickwork. So we've gone for a flat roof construction, but we've also incorporated a mono pitch roof, making the roof look more visually appealing, allowing it to blend in well with the existing part of the property. Okay, so we're back over at our Horsham loft conversion today. We're going to keep this short and sweet because the weather's quite bad, and we're going to jump inside. But as you can see, a lot's changed since last time. The guys have been extremely busy. Both dormers are completely formed now. All the tile hanging is done. They've just got some bits to finish on the flat roof, which we're going to go on in a second, where we've got some additional works being carried out. So yeah, these dormers are pretty straightforward. They finished off with tile hanging on the exterior. We've got a gable end window on the side here, which is going to be a nice little feature. It's going to add to that more modern look. So the next stage outside, when the weather starts to dry up, is we're going to be installing our soffit and fascias around the perimeter of these 2 dormers. We've got one already on the side here, and then we're just going to finish it off. We've gone for black ash UPVC, as UPVC is more commonly used nowadays, as is less maintenance and looks a lot better as well over time. We're going to be carrying out some repairs to some of the existing fascias, as when we've been constructing these dormers, we noticed that in a lot of places they're beginning to rot away, especially to the front of the property as well. So let's jump in and show you what's happening inside. Right, so we're nearing completion on the first fix carpentry. We've got some more stud work to form in different areas, and we've had one of our guys in this week patching in some of the brickwork along here where we have constructed our dormer cheek. There was a few gaps missing, a few live bricks, so it's just best to get that all sorted and then tie it down with these L straps as well to give it that extra support. Also done the same on the other gable end. We finished this off with OSB, and then we've also got our 12 mil cement board. That is for our fire break from this side to the other. In the last video, if you haven't seen that already, then click the link above. I explained the situation we had with different layouts for the bathrooms and letting the client come up and decide. So after having a discussion with the client, we decided to go for this layout, where we had the ensuite positioned over to the front of the property, and then with some bespoke wardrobe space over here. So this is going to be created with 2 pocket door systems. So we got one pocket door system which is going to go here, and we've got another pocket door system which is going to go here as well. Hang on. What a great light. So the layout is pretty straightforward for this ensuite. We're going to have the walk-in shower over here, so we're going for a 1700 tray by 750, which is going to finish roughly at this point. What we've had to do with the pocket door is you had to build another wall behind it to allow for the plumber to run all their pipes through and place their shower valves in the correct positions, as you can't put it inside the pocket door frame, as of course there's going to be a door sliding in and out. Over to this side is going to be where we have our toilet backing onto the ashlar wall. You may think right now that there's not going to be that much headspace, but this is where we're going to incorporate a Velux roof light, which we're going to cleverly position directly above the toilet just to give you that extra headspace. We're also going to be having another Velux roof light positioned in the walk-in wardrobe as well. The dividing wall is going to be coming roughly along here. We're going to have some drawer space coming here and then returning down the side. Yeah, we're going to have a little access door here, and then we're going to have this area as hanging space. So as I mentioned outside, the roofers are going to have some more additional works to carry out to this roof, as the client would now like us to install a flat roof light. So they want it to shine as much natural light down into the house as possible. Let's take you on into the other bedroom towards the back of the dormer. In the previous video, this dormer wasn't constructed, so now this dormer is now fully formed and we've trimmed around the existing chimney. However, on the floor below, like you've seen in the last video, we're going to be knocking down the chimney where we're creating the new family bathroom. We've got a slight step in this dormer compared to the other one from the landing, as there's a difference in ceiling heights on the first floor, which of course has an implication up here as well. We've got our featured window, which I showed you outside, so it's going to look fantastic both outside and inside. And then we've got another rather large window behind me as well. The client's still umming and ahhing whether to go for a bedroom or having this as an office space. I think they're going to go for an office space now, and at a later date change it into a bedroom. Thank you for watching today's video. I've enjoyed giving you another insight into some of our ongoing projects. If you would like to see some more, then please click the link above where we take you along the journey of many more projects. It's been nice chatting to Joad and Josh, where they can give you an insight into what they are doing, with Josh carrying out the plumbing works and Joad some carpentry as well. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Keep your eyes peeled for our latest project, where I'm going to be chatting to these guys about what...
Look, I nearly went over before that. I got to hold it together.